Hi, philosophers. I'm ZHIWEI GU from Central European University. It's really pity that I can't present in front of you, and now I'm recording my work. Today I'm going to talk about a problem for naive realism in philosophy of perception. The problem is called the screening off problem. And I believe many of you are familiar with this. You can find it in Mike Martin's work and many others. So I will provide a solution to this problem. Okay. Yeah, first I will introduce what is the screening off problem, then I provide my own solution. So what is the screening off problem? The problem is caused by the so-called philosopher's hallucination. It's a type of hallucination which shares the same proximate cause with perception, and it also has the same phenomenology with perception. And so subjectively, the subject cannot distinguish perception from hallucination. I'll give you an example. Imagine that you're looking at a banana. So banana, your experience of the banana is, let's see, it looks yellow and curve-shaped to you. Everyone agrees that your perception involves a causal process. Those proponents of the argument think that there's a proximate cause. Let's see, there's some brain pattern A, and it argues that if the banana is moved away, and some mad scientists stimulate the pattern A in some way, then you will have the same visual experience as you seeing the real banana. But in hallucination, the explanation of the experience has nothing to do with the real banana and its property, because the banana doesn't exist. So you may take a sense data theory, or you may take a representational view. Let's say you take a representational view of hallucination. That is, experience represents banana to be yellow and curve-shaped. Yeah, hallucination representational. Now, because the proximate cause is assumed to be sufficient to bring about your experience, so the same account of hallucination should be equally applied to the corresponding perception. It means that your whole the perception is also representational. Which means that the same naive realism of perception is false. The same thing and its property are redundant in explaining your visual experience. This is a screening off problem, because the supposed explainer, external object and its property doesn't play any role. So its explanatory power or potential is screening off by the experience caused by the proximate cause in your brain. So I think everyone agrees that the problem arises because philosophers assume that the external object doesn't play an essential role in producing the experience. I try to argue that the assumption doesn't work. Positively, I think the external objects play an essential role in bringing about the experience. I call my theory anomalous disjunctivism. It claims that the thing together with the neural activity, some brain activity, let's say, cause the subject saying the thing. And the thing and its sensible quality also constitutes saying. So the external objects play a double role. It plays a causal role. It also plays a constitutive role. In hallucination, the mechanism or the overall causal role are different. The neural activity fails to accomplish saying, but the failure of saying together with the neural activity produce a subjectively indistinguishable phenomenology. Yeah. So if let's say if I'm right, then the mechanism are different, or the overall causal condition, which are essential or necessary for producing the sensory experience. If those overall causal conditions are different, then you are not forced to give the same account of hallucination to perception. Which means that whatever count you hold for hallucination, that count need not apply to perception. And so I argue for this anomalous disjunctivism by analogy. There are several analogies in my paper, but here I only provide one. Let's call it a rice cooker model. So imagine you have a very wonderful rice cooker. In Budapest, it functions very well. You put amount of rice and amount of water. After 20 minutes, the switch will automatically turn off, and the rice is ready and edible, perfect. Now, you imagine you bring the rice cooker to Lhasa. Lhasa is the capital city of Tibet. The altitude is very high. So in Lhasa, you put the same amount of rice and water into the rice cooker, and after 20 minutes, the switch also turned off automatically, and it's sure the rice is ready, but the rice is not edible. So in Lhasa, the internal state of the rice cooker is the same. With the internal state in Budapest. But still, it's but the consequence. But the consequence is very different, and the rice is not edible. So in this case, you will say, even if you have the same internal state, but the effects are different. In one case, it's well cooked. In another case, it's better cooked. Simply because in Lhasa, the altitude is very high, and as the altitude increased, boiling point of water decreased. So the rice is cooked under the temperature under 100 degree. So it will not be well cooked. So we'll see some external causal condition play some essential role, right? In the rice cooker model, the external facts, including the atmospheric pressure, which is related to the boiling temperature of water. I think the screening off problem is very similar to the rice cooker model, and in both cases, if you compare, we can compare the rice cooker with our brain, and the internal states are the same. Internal states are the same, but in the rice cooker model, the consequences are different. In the screening off problem, I think the consequences are also different. In one case, it's hallucination. In another case, it's perception. And the rice cooker model indicates that the mere internal state is insufficient to explain the well cooked condition and the badly cooked consequence, right? So similarly, the internal state in the perception case is insufficient to explain the perception and the hallucination. We must say that in perception, the external object play an essential role, and in the hallucination case, failure of seeing also play an essential role. Yeah, this with this analogy, I show that the overall causal conditions are different for hallucination and perception. So any account of hallucination should not equally apply to perception. Yeah, this is my conclusion. Perception doesn't share the same mechanism with philosophical hallucination, so there's no screening of problem. Yeah. Thank you everyone. I hope you will open the link. Yeah, I welcome any feedback. Thank you.